Before we start this review, I got one thing to say. It's Morbin time. Oh my fucking god, why did I watch this movie? Fucking Morbius. Set in the Sony universe. For some odd reason. So, when early reviews hit, I came in with low expectations, and I honestly didn't know what I was really expecting from this movie. All I gotta say, wasted potential, man. Because this might be one of the most controversial opinions that I have, but I think Jared Leto as Morbius was perfect casting. 100%. But boy, did they blow it. But in this video, we're going to be analyzing everything. We're going to be reviewing the movie mostly, but I'm also kind of going to be shifting back and forth between, is this the worst superhero movie? Because a lot of people said this is one of the worst superhero movies. And to get that off my chest, I don't think it's the worst superhero movie. Is it good? No. This is by all means not Avengers Endgame. This is by all means not Avengers Infinity War. It's nothing huge. Is it bad though? I don't think this movie is honestly as bad as people say. I wouldn't say it's necessarily enjoyable though. It's kind of a 50-50 for me. It just depends on what day it lands on of the week. You know, if I'm in a crappy ass mood, I'm probably not going to enjoy it. I'm going to want to watch another movie. This isn't like my go-to superhero movie. So what is the issue with this movie, okay? I'm just going to tell you right out the bat. The pacing is god-awful in this movie. Jared Leto's performance is not the problem. I feel like it's just how the character was written. And I don't honestly know what they could have done with this movie. Like, setting up, like, why did Morbius need to get his own movie? I get Venom had his own movie, but that was kind of that. I'm gonna be reviewing some of those later on this channel, but I actually like those movies, and I think they're fairly enjoyable, even though a lot of people are controversial because they didn't do Venom justice, because in the comics he's all gritty and dark and stuff. Yeah, I don't care about that as much, but Morbius is a whole different story, because Morbius is a fucking menace in the comics. He is really cool in the comics, and if they had the comic accurate outfit in this movie, I don't know why. I felt like I could have liked it a little more. I don't think it's Jared Leto's performance, because I think that how he's written in his dialogue that he is given, it is just god awful, and it's not his fault. And I think Jared Leto's a very talented actor when he's not playing the Joker. He's been in stuff, but I wouldn't say superhero isn't his business, if you know what I mean, because a lot of people are like, just don't do superhero movies, Jared Leto. If anything, I think you should go back to music. I mean, 30 Seconds to Mars. I'm sorry, it's emo phase, you know. Anyway, fucking, yeah, this movie was just not the greatest. Like, the dialogue was pretty bad. Also, there's this side plot where the girl, I don't know, the love interest, I should say, I don't know, she ends up dying and you don't feel anything for her. This movie is awful at making you feel for the character, even for the main character himself, Morbius. I didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay, well, this guy turned into a vampire. Now what? Like, it's just like, it's so bland and boring, this movie. It's just, it's not as bad as people say. It's bad, but it's not good. It's in the middle. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just okay. It's literally just like, okay, I just watched this, whatever, you know, I'll move on. Yeah, this movie doesn't really add anything exciting, and the villain is just awful. I'm honestly glad they memed him, because you know, his portrayal of the character is pretty bad. I gotta say, the brotherly deal with Morbius and the other character, I don't even remember his name. That's how much I cared about him. But they got raised in orphans, and that, I felt like that could have worked. I don't know Morbius's origin in the comics. All I know is that I've read a couple, and it doesn't really show his origin story in the comics. From what I saw, I'm sure it has before, but honestly, that really could have worked for me. That really could have been like, oh, well, I could have felt something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this happened. Oh, I feel bad for him. But I didn't, because this movie's just so bland and boring, and it's terrible at telling you, like, hey, this is what happened to this guy. That's what you're supposed to feel bad, you know? But in a movie, what I expect from a movie is you want the characters to be enjoyable, and you want to feel for them. If something were to happen to them, you would like, oh shit, like, no, you want to care for them, right? In this movie, it's just like a dull pencil. It's just like, what? Come on, like, seriously, like, by the end of the movie, you don't feel anything when the girl dies. And the villain is like one of the worst villains I've ever fucking seen. Oh my god. He's just like Morbius. Just what were they thinking? And then the Spider-Man, there's no Spider-Man cameo. Honestly, guys, this movie's just pretty bland and boring, I think. I don't think it's as bad as people say. Like, they say this is the worst superhero movie, but come on, guys. Really? You really think that this is the worst superhero movie? I honestly watch this over Green Lantern any day of the week. Fight me over it. But guys, that's my review. I don't think it's the worst superhero movie in my opinion. That can be your guys' opinion, but I don't like this movie. I don't think it's great. Is it something I'm watching on repeat? Absolutely not. Is it something I might watch or rewatch once in a great while? Yeah. Will I enjoy it? It depends. But I'm gonna have to give it a broken TV. Like I said, it's not the worst, but I am going to give it a higher percentage because I don't think that it deserves all the hate it gets. Like I said, it's not as good as, other superhero movies. It's not as strong, as boring and bland, and I don't know. I just feel like I should give it like a 55. Because I'm honestly 50-50 about this movie. So, with 55, broken TV. I don't think this is the worst superhero ever. I don't think this is the worst superhero movie ever. That's what I meant. It does have a lot of flaws, though. But, I guess we'll just have to wait for the sequel. In your dreams, motherfucker! Go watch Morbius for yourself, guys. Have your own entitled opinion, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.